your journey with sex and discovering that for yourself and finding out what's good, and for me it's a constant journey. I mean,
Oh yeah,
like
I'm still my biggest project.
yeah, and that touches on even another thing, like why we're coaches. It's like, but man, what was that? What is bad sex? Or I hear you throw out the word, sex addiction or getting into like some sort of sexual unhappiness. Like, what is that? Like, where do you see that? Where do you see that with other people or yourself or the
Sure.
world in general?
Figuring this out for myself, bad sex, like things that make me like feel crappier, is basically sex with people that I don't really enjoy the company of.
Yeah.
When I've got to like act in a different way that, yeah, they like me and I know how to be attractive, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, like, well, you sleep with the person and that's done. And then it's like, then you can actually look at them as a real human being and say, well, wait, I don't actually enjoy spending time with you whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was just kind of tricking myself into thinking that I enjoyed your company just because like I had this desire for sex. And so that's what I would refer to as sexual addiction when you're putting that need first and ignoring everything else. So a process that's been for me is to look and say, before I sleep with them, am I tricking myself into thinking I'm enjoying their company? Am I subconsciously like playing? But I don't really trying to look at a person as if I had just slept with them to say, okay, like, do I really like hanging out with this person? Do our personalities actually really mesh? And then if you got that and you've got that deeper place it's coming from, the sex is awesome. But if you don't, it's kind of like, you wake up the next day and you feel like crap.
Yeah. There was a point in the convention, there were a lot of females at this convention, which was actually very cool, but there was a point where it was like there was a girl there and I was just like, fuck.
Yes.
You can't think beyond.
We may or may not have talked about this a little bit. Yeah.
No, I don't think we did. But there was a point where it was like, fuck. And this is what you got to understand. Like, people are like, how do I get rid of the fear? You have the fear. Yeah. I would not have known what to say, but this was one of the few girls where you're inspired to do the whole like direct thing. I don't believe in like categorizations of game, but it's like, I really couldn't say anything other than like, you're hot. Kind of fucking tight. Like, just stand in front of me.
I usually like let my intention known with my eye contact.
That's the best way, man, because we're, especially sexually, I think the closer we can get, even if we're not physically close, but the closer humanly we can get, people feel that. And sex is not determined by like, do you like me? Yes. It's like this other language that's happening with subcommunications and feelings. And
women here I was attracted to knew I was attracted to them, even though our conversation.
Yeah, actually, I've seen the animal come out, man. This is like, and plus and this is another thing. I was talking to this guy, John. Man, you should meet him. He was not at the convention, John Lichtenberg, but he's one of the few guys that I'm like in awe listening to him about sex. But he has sex with everybody. He's one of the few guys where this is his lifestyle. It's not like he didn't become polyamorous because it's cool and in some sexual deficit and I want to do that. Like, he's made it a life, right? But he's like, if I'm friends with somebody, I don't really know them if I don't know their sexual side. If I haven't experienced that. And you put that out there, man. You're like, I saw you with the like. But everybody has a different style, right? But I'll get like super aggressive. But
yeah, you do.
That being said, man, you haven't even seen it.
I know. You hold back, baby. And
yeah. Maria's here, and it's
amazing.
And I'll get killed.
You will, literally. You're not joking.
Yeah. No, it's pretty vicious, dude.
Strong woman. It's what you
need. Yeah. But also, I'd even say to that, like, she's had just as much experience as me, so there's no, jealousy happens, we'll get there, but like, she's gotten a lot out of her system and myself too. But no, we saw this woman and you're like, holy shit, fuck. Like, see, even now thinking about it, I can't think because it was like, it's just too much. But that being said, when I see a hot woman like that, the next thing I know, and you're kind of talking about this wisdom of like, don't have bad sex is how can I see her? Like, how can I see her sexuality to see if I like it? You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be her emotion, but that could be part of it. But how can I see what she's about? And if I can't get that, then it cuts, you know?
That's where, like I said, I'm still a work in progress.
No,
It's
but
still-
how do you
talk
find...
about the ideal thing of you know, needing to really enjoy their company, but then something like that happens, and it's like it's very, very hard
It's like, Jesus
to
Christ.
keep that in mind. It's like I just want to be next to her.